Hey, by heck, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, I'm going to look at this. This is The Happening from 2008. And it's another film by M. Night Shyamalan. Yes. Again, this is one that had a lot of negativity about it. I'm going to look at it like I did with Lady in the Water and give you my views on it. It's a sci-fi thriller, I think, with a lot of bit of horror in there, definitely. It's 90 minutes long. Rotten Tomatoes give it 18%, which doesn't surprise me at all. The critics really have got the knives out now, and that is, well, it's to be expected in many ways, and there's a lot of very unfair criticism of this film. Incidentally, it was made on a budget of $48 to $60 million, right? And in the box office, it made $163.4 million. So it's not a financial flop at all, which is an important point to make. Now, it's written, of course, by M. Night Shyamalan, and he's also one of the producers, and of course he's directed by him. And I've loved all these films of his. To me, he's got a lot of great films that I still enjoy. I'm not going to repeat them all again, but all the films that I do enjoy, and I'm looking at those that perhaps people have been more critical of, which it's really going to be these two that I've done. Let's say Lady in the Water and this one. So let me get into the cast. Now, the cast is headed by Mark Wallenberg, who plays Elliot Moore. He's the science teacher in this. Wallenberg's got, quite a lot of films in his filmography. Boogie Nights 1997 he was in The Perfect Storm 2000, he was in Shooter 2007, he was in those Ted films, if you remember, 2012, Ted 2 2015, and Uncharted, a more recent one, of 2022. He's well thought of as an action star as well, really, with comedy. This is an interesting film for him to be doing. I'll give you some more thoughts on that anyhow a bit later. Then we've got Zoe Deschanel playing Alma Moore. Now, she's an interesting talent. She's an actress, but she's also very much a recording artist and musician. In films that she has been involved in, Elf 2003, which is an extremely popular Christmas film. She was also in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy 2005, and then she's doing the voices in this series Trolls films 2016, 2020 and 2023. She has voiced Bridget in that, and she does a lot of voice work as well, TV as well, and she's also a recording artist. Now, in this film, she's very good. She plays the wife of Elliot, the science teacher. Then we've got John Leguizamo playing Julian. He's got an interesting lot of films. He's a sort of comedian as well as producer, actor. Films he's in: Die Hard 2, 1990, Carlitos Way, 1993, and A film that I really enjoyed from last year was The Menu 2022. Excellent film that. He was in that. Then we've got Betty Buckley playing Mrs. Jones. And she was in original Carrie, the brilliant Stephen King Carrie in 1976. And she's also made appearance in another M. Night Shyamalan film, Split 2016. Yes, excellent, absolutely. Then we've got Ashlyn Sanchez, who plays Jess. This is a film called Crash, 2014. Again, it's a lot of more little roles, TV roles. Nothing sort of in the big terms of films, but this is important part of the film. Not the biggest roles of the other, but they're still important to the film. Robert Bailey then plays Jared. His most important film was Mission to Mars 2000, in 2000. Again, just a lot of TV work. And I think now he's more well known in TV series For All Mankind 2022. He was in 8 episodes. And that's still ongoing, that series. Just another point, M. Night Shyamalan, he plays Joey, but we just get the voiceover, yes. So we don't actually see him on camera, but as usual, there is he always likes to be in the films, and his voice is in this film, yes. Right, let me go into a few more things. Now, the music, of course, is by James Newton Howard. And it's one thing you can say about all these films. The music is absolutely outstanding. Beautiful music. James Newton Howard is such a wonderful composer. It just is. Absolutely. I rate him very highly. Then let's just talk about it. The production is in Philadelphia. And at a place called Phoenixville, there's quite a lot of location there. We've got Walnut Street, we've got Rittenhouse Square Park, we've got Mastersman Inga School. These are in South Medley Street area, and this is all, as I say, in Phoenixville, Philadelphia. These always, one thing you can say about these films, the locations are so important, and they just add so much as we see when they're in the countryside scenes as well, which are absolutely fantastic. The look is always important, I think, in these films. It adds such a lot, and he's such a great director at exploiting these when you actually see them. Fantastic, it really is. There's some great scenes in this film as well. Just really is. Now, let me just go into what the plot is. It's basically concerns a deadly airborne virus, which at first they think is perhaps a terrorist one, but then they think, no, maybe it's not. That this is airborne virus, maybe coming from nature itself, in terms of the plants, life, trees, and we get these scenes where this like wind appears, and what it does, this virus, it makes people turn on themselves and commit suicide. They all freeze, go sort of, and it just changes the behavior, and they basically kill themselves. And the story is centered on the teacher, Elliot Moore, who's a science teacher, and his wife, and they, her name's Alma, they have to make the decision, and they'd make this decision and go into the countryside away from the cities because they believe that they might be safer in the countryside. But of course, that is not true, as we discover as it goes on. From thinking they were going to be safer, it proves that they're perhaps not as safe. And this happening is all going on in the northeastern area of United States. It's all got a particular boundary and area, and they're trying to get out of that area. And it's the whole story. We've seen it before in sort of these kind of zombie plague kind of films where everybody's panicking, everybody's going out. It is as he said, he's done this as a B movie, really, but it's also got humor in it as well, and also it got a restricted certificate, which is what they wanted, the R rating, and the horror is quite striking. There's some great scenes, I thought, very horrific, good special effects that they create. Fantastic, absolutely. Really adds to it. So I think a lot of people don't particularly like the idea, and others. I mean, really, he's doing what a lot of ideas about the present situation, about the planet, how we see it, and this is just another idea about how the planet, in maybe way, getting back at humanity and how humanity reacts to that and its responsibilities. I think the reason why this film has been criticized a lot rests a lot that they think this story is ridiculous and that the pacing of the story is wrong, because it starts off at a frantic pace and then seems to slow down and that. But I don't think that matters too much. I think they're being far too critical of it. I don't mind that. Oh, yes, it is very exciting. Those early scenes that we see in the film, and when they're on the train and everything, we get all that excitement of their panic, and then it sort of slows down. But I think that's fine in the film. I don't have any problems with that. Now, Mark Wallenberg has been quite critical of the film. He didn't seem to like it now. He's been very critical of it. And I'm going to be critical of him, actually. I'm not sure whether his performance is really as good as it should be. I think as a lead character, we should have more sympathy for him. And I don't think he gives that in his performance. I don't get that. The other characters, I certainly do get that. But him, I think he can argue, well, it's the script direction. But no, I don't think that's at all. I think some actors can just do it no matter what. And I don't think he does it in this film. He's okay in it. I'm not saying he's terrible, his performance. But I don't think you feel as connected to him. And I think with that attitude that we've just witnessed, the way he talked about the film, it doesn't surprise me now. He clearly wasn't engaged into the film like he should have been. And I think, with all respect, M. Night Shyamalan has done a good job in trying to get as much out of him as possible when clearly he wasn't getting enough. And that's why I think, and that's critics have seen that, I think, and that's what I think. I enjoyed this one. It's a film I'm going to come back, and I don't understand why it's been so slated, but I do see those reasons maybe in things like that as I observe it. But I enjoyed it, and I thought it's great the way the story develops, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, you don't have to go into details and be going about the science of all this and all that. This is the film. It's the world in that film, and I think that's fine. I love it. And again, the B movies, that's what they are. They've got this, the style is like that. And I think that's great. And he films it. He's wonderful. You know, you can tell I'm a fan of it. But yeah, you know, I understand people's criticism, but I personally really love this. I do. And that is, I think it could have been even greater if we'd have had an actor who could have really given it a lot more than he did. Some people would disagree with me on that, but that's fine. But that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. But I enjoyed it. Had a great time watching this film, and we'll be watching it again. And yes, there it is. So we've got that done, and here it is. Yeah, it's the extras again. Absolutely fantastic. It's a great transfer as well. Everything about it I really loved, and I recommend it. Give it a go. You know, you might not think it's the greatest one, and it's not, but it is a good film. I've enjoyed it. Yes. Okay, so that's it. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and we'll let you know when I produce these videos, and you can look at the playlist. Also, if you like this, please give it a like. It gets it out into YouTube and the algorithms, and hopefully more people might enjoy this. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments. And that's it. Yes. And it all costs note. You can't say fairer than that. So all I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.